you. All right, but it is good to see all of you. And today, obviously, is a unique day. We still have some pieces in motion. These are all the guys that are here under contract right now. We have other guys in the building. We're trying to get things expedited as soon as possible. But today is not obviously your traditional first day of training camp. That'll be tomorrow. We hope to have a full gym and roster to work with. We'll start tomorrow at 1. But it's good to be out here, not only to see all of you guys, but obviously to see our guys and back in the gym.
But what were you able to do?
We were able to do some shooting and a little bit of conditioning. Guys were able to get a big-time sweat, so you can see that right now. But it's more about just getting back in the gym together, seeing each other's faces, and seeing each other back in the Miami Heat jersey, which was fun for all of us. It went by, at times it seemed like it went by very slow, but then when you saw everybody out here, it was a feeling like what happened to the last 6 months from the last time we left this building together. Yeah, I mean, obviously we feel very comfortable about our roster even without making any moves. Last year was a very successful year for us on many fronts. Obviously bringing in 9 new players. It was an exciting group. It was a great group to coach. But then also to go through a lot of the things that we went through together during the regular season that made us tougher, but also brought the team closer together, and then to be able to come out of a very competitive Eastern Conference without a home court, and then to make it within 2 games of our goal. We feel like we have enough, but as this organization has always done, we always look to try to improve, and teams always change from year to year. It'll be very competitive again.
Due to it being a lockout. The framework's already in place. How is this training camp different from the last?
We're going to have to make some adjustments. There's no question about it. Our guys are very physically fit. They've done a very good job and very professional about keeping themselves active and fit. We're not in great basketball shape right now. That goes without saying. There's no way to do it other than getting out on the court and playing. We're going to have to strike a balance between work and rest and being really smart about it. We'll also have to be patient. There's simply no way in a condensed format like this in 17 days to get a team in as good a condition as we were last year. But that's what we're dealing with, and everybody else is dealing with that. And like I said, our guys are very professional. You can see the guys that are in the gym right now are physically fit, so they kept themselves in shape. I think it'll happen very fast for them to get in basketball shape.
With this being a lockout season, shorter training camp, less practices, do you guys have even more of a leg up being a team that's so much intact, a veteran outfit as well?
You always hope. You never know, but the reality is we went about 2 months longer than a lot of the teams, and that helps because everything is so magnified when you get in the playoffs, and particularly in the Eastern Conference Finals and Finals. You grow tremendously as a team, not only emotionally together, fighting for the same cause, but things that you work on happen. You know, they come much quicker, and I think that process will happen quicker for us once we get out on the court, and we're going to do a lot of playing and reviewing a lot of things that we were going through in the playoffs right away. I plan to even start doing that a little bit tomorrow.
Erik, you weren't supposed to be talking to these guys. What were the conversations like when you first saw them?
It was great to catch up with everybody. You know, we had some random bump-ins with our guys during the course of the summer. That happens, and you're allowed to exchange pleasantries. But the guys that live down here, it's a big, small town, so you'd bump into them. But to see them again in Miami Heat jerseys, it was fun to catch up and see what they were doing with their summers, because a lot of it, to be honest, we just followed like you guys followed, either via social media or watching these guys on the tube. Thankfully for our guys, it's pretty easy to follow them. They seem to be on the screen or on the internet pretty often.
So have you got any idea yet how, when you look at 66 games in 120 days or whatever it is, not a lot of time for practice and an accelerated camp, how much?
Again, I think a lot of the work that we spent last year, we had about 70 practices last year, not even including shoot-arounds. If you take it all the way through the playoffs, that still means something with this group. Okay, so we've had almost 6 months off, but that experience is invaluable, and oftentimes experience is what it is. It takes time. You can't fast track it, and we went through a lot of those growing pains last year and really made tremendous strides. We're hoping that a lot of those lessons and things that we learned will be able to recognize much quicker this year. And I anticipate that. I'm going to go much quicker in camp, a little bit less teaching of some of the minutia that we spent on last year that we had to, since we had so many new players, but get into some of the big picture concepts that we were focusing on in the playoffs. And we'll see. Once I see it in practice, see how much they're able to remember. Part of my plan is tomorrow is to go through a playoff practice and see how much they recall. And that'll tell me a lot of where we can go from there.